recording. Oh, okay. Well, hello, everybody. So I have been chatting already for a little bit with the people who are here in person, quote unquote, bunny ears. So this is sort of an interesting tree that we're working with for the next little bit, the days of fill in the blank. It is, and also hard to pronounce, NGETAL. It's actually NGETAL, N-G. So NGETAL, sort of commonly, you can sort of intersperse either broom or reed being like the reeds by the water. And Karen Cater has it alternately as, if you can see there, Wheatstraw. So there can be sort of different things when it comes to reed. It's so funny because I was walking with my dog, with Dimos, along this area on Anglesey called the Cobb, and it's got like a tidal estuary, I guess. So and there's so many grasses as well. And there actually is a broom bush there, but beside all of that, all these grasses, which I was thinking about in terms of, just how prevalent they are at water's edge and how practical and useful they are, which is part of what we're looking at with the energy of broom. So I'm going to invite you to get comfy and start to pop into your comfortable meditative place. And here is, so for the image and for the poems, here we are with reed. And just get a bit of music going. Oh, that's so crazy. I don't think we're going to have music. My phone just decided to die. So just to, or if you want to put your own music on, you're welcome to do that as well. So this is the poem from, it's Beryl Bagot, the Celtic Tree Calendar poem cycle. And it's a poem to read the traveler. Be like a tree in pursuit of your cause. Stand firm, grip hard, thrust upward, bend to the winds of heaven, and learn tranquility. So this little, sorry, that's just the speaker going off. That little snippet of poem was a dedication to Richard St. Barbe Baker, the father of trees. And this is the poem. Once, in days of pastoral bliss, in a land still full of emptiness, when frogs serenaded in greening rushes and fatherless ruse and invaluable ewes at lambing time foretold your motherhood and bonding, you listened to the heartbeat of Uluru, welcomed the wind, blowing in ideas and visions, and raced through months and years to meet your auspicious destiny. And there were times when you, like larynx, were pursued by predatory satyrs who yearned to commandeer your liberty. So you transformed yourself into a slender, restless reed whose haunting voice became a finely tuned flute piping only connect to the song time of ancestral neighbors who in melodic contours chant the old and new into existence. And now, like reeds which once were garnered from edges of ponds and rivers in this moon of security, you are harvested home to be the thatch, uniting family and friends under a canopy of love. And when storms gather in the never, never east and come keening towards you, you are a silver-tipped arrow directed with conviction and sense of purpose into the unknown, yet always grounding at the source. And you will remember the counsel of your youth and roof your house with blessing reeds, and robe yourself and your saplings in hand-sewn capes, replete with progress and promises of continuing challenges. So breathe and to read. I'm going to try to get to the part of the bubble. Good. And open yourself to the words of the poem. And open yourself to the image of reed in water. And open yourself to the insights and messages that come to you for these days of NGETAL, these days of reed. Bring your attention back to your breath. Be aware of the flow of the inhale and the exhale. We're slowly going to come back from our journey with Reed with a poem, and this is from the Woodland Bard, Bathing in the Fae's Breath. And he connects Reed NGETAL with instinct, trusting responses to our affirmations and prayers, sounding the third note of the third ogham, the third note of our harvesting autumn. It's a bit of a different calendar from Yuri Leitch's Own Growth. So the Woodland Bard's poem. Do we remember what our prayers are for? Is there purity in our words, or do we ask for more? Through what we asked for, do we believe we are truly prepared for all we will receive? Together, folded by the night, we lay on earth. I hear from far low words breathe on my breaking brain. Come, I yield. Bend deeper upon me. I am here. Subduer, do not leave me. Only joy, only anguish. Take me, save me, soothe me, spare me. As I discover life is a gift, when we hold it, share it, bear it, and use no scripts, true treasure, never found on pirate ships. Whenever you feel like no one is close, close your eyes to see who shows up here to guide you through this day, and leave the bad news to yesterday. Can we pray openly with fullness of joy? Can we pray laughing, eyes open to enjoy? Pray at moments of need, or pray as a love spell deed, learning that we have to receive all that is sent by NGETAL, the reed. Says that there were a couple of lines in verses 2 and 3 that were taken from a prayer by James Joyce. So for those of you in Zoomland, this is a moment to, funny because I was thinking about the grasses that were by the place where I walk in the morning with the dog, and also sort of by the there's just so many places to walk around here. There's a place called the Warrens, which is where all the rabbits were, well, they still are, and in, like, I guess truly near West, like the grasses were gathered to make rugs for the homes. And so I really had this sense in connecting with the landscape here and looking at that picture of reed, of the woven nature. You know, very often we look at the sort of tapestry and fabric arts, and you know how we weave together the stories of our lives, and this felt like, you know, how it's weaving that solid foundation. that becomes very protective. When I looked at the reeds, it felt like they were drawing my mind to, you know, the reeds that held babies in some of those stories of going down the water, and that as sort of the blow, and the thatch on the house that's protecting what's inside. It's protecting what's inside. And so these organic strands that protect us and hold us as we're moving through things. And I also thought, and interesting that Woodland Bard makes reference to this as well, because reed was also about communication. It's like a quill, right, used as a pen, so you could dip it in ink and write with it. And so to look at how we communicate also serves to move us from one place to the other, but also can serve to protect us. How do we use our words to communicate who we are, but also to protect those boundaries and things? And so, you know, there was a reference in the first poem, and this is true. I know, I've experienced that we're not going to not have the challenges, but it is the way in which we move through the challenges. It's how we are protected through the challenges. It's how we weave a strength through what we've learned through the challenges, how we communicate to others or reach out for help through the challenges. And so, so reed certainly does support us in all of those. So may you have the weaving of strong protection, and as you send out the prayers, as the Woodland Bard encourages, through these days of reed and broom and wheatstraw. So for those of you joining us in Zoom land, blessings in these days of reed, and we will see you for the other next turn of the tree calendar.